Talk Shoes.
Recorded live.
I'd like to welcome everybody to Red's Revelations. I'm your host, Reverend Dr. Red. For anybody who doesn't know me, that's here, we have some new people here. I'm the founder and senior pastor of Spiritual Messiah Ministries. On tonight's show, we have special guest and new co-host to the show, Pastor Dave of Trumpet of God Ministries. We'd like everybody to please visit his website, trumpetofgodministries.com. He has a rather interesting YouTube ministry going on there, and one of the very few pastors that I keep on trying to tell everybody about that is actually out there preaching the truth, not bound down to government corporatism. And tonight's topic is going to be Agenda 21. So, Pastor Dave, before we get started, do you have anything you want to say, or do you want to just jump right into it?
No, I just want to thank you for the wonderful, warm welcome, and that's what I do, and that's what my YouTube channel, Young's, is about, speaking the truth, especially in the end days. And I want to say hello to all our guests. A lot of them I know from following me on YouTube and our Tiny Chat program. So I want to say God bless each and every one of you, and I love you all very, very much.
All right. From my understanding about Agenda 21, obviously you can pick and choose how you want to respond to what topic when. But from my understanding of it, it encompasses a whole lot, right down to, quarantining off lands that we're going to be permitted to live on and what lands we can't live on, where we are and aren't allowed to travel, right down to what foods we can eat and can't eat, the depopulation, mind-altering drugs, make us all docile little slaves.
Right. Well, you're talking about where you can and where you can't live. I'm trying to find my notes. I mean, Agenda 21, everything that we see going on today, when you hear a lot of people, especially on YouTube, and they're putting out videos on the New World Order, the one world government, one world religion, all of that was born and bred from Agenda 21. I don't think a lot of people quite understand that. Everything we see going on, from gun control, stricter gun laws, to even the Zimmerman trial, it all has to do with population control and Agenda 21. It's all tied in. Everything we see happening right now.
Yeah, it's definitely scary. There's actually, I don't know how big it...
What you were talking about, the Wildlands project, where it's difficult here because we don't have a means of putting a video up. But our viewers tonight, they can research themselves the Wildlands Project, and it'll show you a map of the zones where the red zones are off limits to all human beings. This is what their master scheme, the New World Order, the elite, the ones that really run this country, they have what's called the red zones, which is off limits. They want that off limits to all human beings. And if you can pull that up if you do a Google search, you'll find the information. The yellow areas that are marked is major control of all human activity. And when you see the black dots, that's where they want to have the population that is left. We're talking about depopulation, all stacked and packed on top of each other in the big cities where they can't get out next to a railroad station. So I just wanted to add that, and I'll let you go ahead from there.
Well, my biggest problem with it is, if anybody that knows me remembers from, I don't know, things like a year and a half ago that I covered Agenda 21, or anybody who hasn't been to my website, spiritualmessiahministries.org, in the search bar, type in Agenda 21. What got me the most was with all these made-up mental disorders and giving everybody these drugs. I mean, my brother is a prime example of it, because he was told that he had ADHD, and they put him on Ritalin, and now he's on Prozac. And it changed who he is as a person. I mean, he used to be very outspoken and very, gung-ho about things. And if you got in his face, he pretty much let you know how he feels about things. Where now, thanks to the drugs, he won't even speak out. He'll scream about it to somebody else after the event, but he won't go on ahead and tell that person that's offending him how he feels about the situation, which I think is a major problem. And then I think you covered sometime this week how the father of ADHD actually said that was a made-up disease. Yet that's not hitting out in the news media.
I just did a video on that. The father of ADHD that concocted this cockamamie story that there is a disease such as attention deficit hyper disorder, but it was all fabricated. It was made up, and the big pharmaceutical companies are cashing in on this. And this is part of what we're talking about tonight, Agenda 21 and population control. The drugs they are giving these young people are addictive, for one, which can, especially now the drug of choice, I guess, today for ADD and ADHD is these young people are dying at an alarming rate. And the ones that aren't dying from it's where they go into cardiac arrest, they're getting cancer from the drug. So it's one way to lower the population down. I'm trying to think of the name of the drug out there, and it's escaping me at the moment, the one that's in common use today for ADD and ADHD.
Now, I don't know about when you were a kid, but when I was a kid in school, I had this big problem with looking out the window in the classroom during topics that I wasn't, interested in. Granted, I still passed my test barely. I had a large C average when I was in the earlier grades. But to me, all this ADD and kids not being interested in certain things is just them being kids. Obviously, kids can be interested in certain topics, not interested in other topics. I feel that what they're trying to do is make everybody docile little slaves.
Right.
They say jump, we're supposed to say how high.
That's right. The drug I was talking about is Adderall. You got Ritalin, you got so many of these prescribed drugs for this disease. And I did a video on that, I think 2 years ago, where I had a well-known psychiatrist come out and say there's no such disease. It's what we are being fed and what the toxins and the heavy metals that we are taking in on a daily basis and the foods that we're consuming. And in my day, it was just you were hyper because you were eating a lot of sugar and a lot of soda and candy. And
exactly.
It's hard to sit still. And, I can remember being in school after eating a ton of junk food on the way to school, and I think everyone in the room, maybe you can relate as well, and the teacher would be talking or I would try to be studying and my mind would wander off somewhere, but that's called eating wrong. What happens to sitting down as a family and eating a good, nutritious meal? Everybody's eating fast food. Everyone's in a hurry today. And it's all part of the bigger plan, the bigger scheme behind the ones that really run this country to lower the population down. And everything we see taking place today has to do with Agenda 21, especially if you're a Christian and you're looking around the news channels today, and the United States of America is promoting homosexuality, same-sex marriage. Why? Why is that such a big agenda with our government and the elite and the powers that be? Because a man and a man, a woman and a woman cannot conceive a child. There will be no child born of that union, lest to populate the world. The same with everywhere you look. It's pro-abortion, abortion rights. They want to kill off every unborn child that they can to lower the population. So, this gets pretty deep and intense. Just wanted to share that with you.